Hey everybody, it's Eric. And Loki, say hi Loki. Uh-huh. Oh, you can't get enough love. Well, it's been a long day, 12 hours on the bus, and I realized I haven't done anything with the cats in so long. And Loki really missed me today. I had a 12-hour shift, so there's nobody else here in the house. So when I get home, he just wants to be really close. I don't think he could get much closer. Anyways, I just want to give everybody a bit of an update. If you go look at my first TikTok post, I was so ill and my autism was full blown and I was stuttering and twitching and could hardly form a sentence. I was going through so much trauma and trying to recover from insomnia and all those other long COVID symptoms. But look here, about a year plus later, I can talk fine. My life is back together. I finally am starting to get my face back. I'd had a couple of other terrible things happen to me this year, including 2 skull fractures. But I know, oh, Loki, you gonna go? No, stay. Stay. People want to see you. Say hi. He's like, no, I do not want them to see my face. Loki. There you go. Anyways, even though the country seems to be falling apart, I am pretty much recovered now from chronic insomnia. 5 years. As many of you know, I didn't sleep 3 to 6 days a week. And I had so many blood clot issues too, and it's just been crazy. But I'm definitely recovered from insomnia. And it's not just the 5 years of not sleeping. It's the 1+ year it took to recover from not sleeping. But I sleep like a baby now. And Loki curls up to me at night just like this. He's my spoon buddy. But anyways, thank you to so many of you who hung in there with me, perfect strangers, when I was a stuttering, twittering, well, I wasn't twittering, twitching mess. It really takes that long to recover. And I'm grateful to all of you who followed me. Some of you donated to my GoFundMe. I'm just very grateful. And I just love to give the gift of Loki back to you all. Porridge. You around here, Porridge? Or did that make you jealous? Anyways, and I'm from Minneapolis. Renee Good was shot in my neighborhood, my childhood neighborhood. I am so proud of Minnesotans, especially folks from my hometown, of all you're doing to defend all of us. Because after us, after Minnesota, it's the next place, probably here in New York. Trump is picking all the progressive states and one by one introducing them to authoritarianism. I ran for Congress in 2016 because nobody else in my congressional district would as a Democrat. And with Trump on the other side of the ballot, I was a public librarian at the time. I said somebody has to run. But in the year leading up to that, I've been writing a lot of political articles for a large national website. And I wrote 2 articles in 2015 before the first primary, the first Republican primary. I said, all right, bye, buddy. Come bring porridge. Say bye. Anyways, in 2015, before the first Republican primary, I wrote a couple of articles that were read by hundreds of thousands of people at least, saying that what is happening right now is going to happen. And I was scoffed and told I was a clown, that I didn't know anything. I said, we're going to cross that line. I said, he is Hitler. And people just laughed at me all across the nation. They didn't take him seriously, but I did. And that's why I ran for Congress in 2016, because I saw what was coming. I'm just It's not one of those I told you so moments. It's just that I'm sad no one listened, because this is what always happens in society. Somebody says, rings the bell, ding, 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 and says, warning, 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 and people just don't listen. I can think of a zillion times that has happened in history and in myth. And all I can say is I'm very proud of my home state and my hometown for their response, their brave response, their courageously creative responses to authoritarianism. And now we're finally seeing real revolution and communities coming together that normally wouldn't. Because in the end, we're all Americans. And I can kiss my beep and beep, 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 beep. Anyways, thank you, everybody. I think you'll probably notice the marked difference. It's been a tough couple of years, 5 years. But I'm hanging in there. I'm driving the bus every day. I've got a couple of writing projects in the works that I'm really excited about. Some acting. Acting's been great. Got a couple of big auditions out there waiting to hear back from. Have an agent also. And I'm 15 pounds lighter now. You know, I put on a bunch of weight this year to play Santa Claus. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! But now it's time to get the Santa belly off. So, but I'm 15 pounds there. I got 20 to go. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging in there. Sorry I couldn't give you a Porridge sighting. I don't know where he is. Porridge! All right, my next video will be of Porridge and me. All right, thanks, guys. Peace.